Our biggest application we see this at in the outdoor unit market is when the homeowner had a regular AC and they want to upgrade to a heat pump, and they only got 2 wires going from the air handler or the furnace, the indoor unit, to the outdoor unit. This can be mounted outside, and you have your reversing valve, your defrost, all of your wiring that comes from the outdoor unit plugging directly into this.
Okay, Tony Mormino at the AHR Expo in Orlando, Florida, 2025 version, and I'm here at the Copeland booth with Jim Foltz, which I met the other night. Nice to meet you again at the show.
Nice to meet you at the awards, and congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's an honor to be able to talk to you here today. Your content, I've been following you for a long time. Your content's absolutely awesome.
I'm so super famous. I mean, my private jet's leaving in a few minutes, so we gotta let's hurry this up.
All right. Hey.
So Copeland, amazing booth here. We're going to look at some of the compressors. You're the White Rogers controls expert.
White Rogers and Sensi, and our Sensi thermostat line. And that is what we have right here in front of us here today that I'm glad to share and explain what's going on. This Sensi EIM, or Equipment Interface Module, was launched at this show. We're just this is brand new to the market, and we're letting everyone know, hey, this is in production, and we're going to be able to release it at distributors here in the coming months. So we're just excited.
We got a scoop to hear. Breaking news.
Absolutely. We want to share with you exactly what's going on in new product innovation, and for commercial application, we do have the ability in light commercial. If you're not dealing with a economizer or occupied unoccupied, we do have for like the little strip malls with the small 5-ton package units on things. This is a fit for that. This is a place where that can work if you need the features here with this. What are those features? Well, in the past, historically, you had to have all your wires from your indoor unit to your thermostat. And there are applications that doesn't always work. Maybe in residential applications, you only have 4 wires, but the homeowner wants a touchscreen thermostat, which requires a 5th and a common wire. And so with needing 5, we've actually taken it down to 2, and all we need is 24 volts in common from our EIM to our thermostat. We just power it up, and now we're communicating through 900 megahertz radio frequency. Better than Wi-Fi, better than Bluetooth.
So there's no wire between the two?
There can be a wire between the two, just simply to give 24 volts to the thermostat, but it's no communication. The wire's only for power. Communication is all through a radio frequency signal.
Oh, wow.
So you have the ability to communicate absolutely everything that way. With the EIM then, this goes at the equipment. The cover on this is waterproof, so it can go outside on a package unit or a condenser. Our biggest application we see this at in the outdoor unit market is when the homeowner had a regular AC and they want to upgrade to a heat pump, and they only got 2 wires going from the air handler or the furnace, the indoor unit, to the outdoor unit. This can be mounted outside, and you have your reversing valve, your defrost, all of your wiring that comes from the outdoor unit plugging directly into this.
So in a split system scenario, I have an air handler in my basement and I have a condensing unit outside. Where would this go?
So it depends on where you can't get the wires.
Okay.
If you can't get the wires between the thermostat and the air handler, this goes to the air handler and communicates to the thermostat, and the thermostat tells the air handler what to do. If you can't get the wires between the air handler and the outdoor unit, this can go at the outdoor unit, and it's going to communicate directly to the thermostat to the outdoor unit. It can take care of either one, or it can take care of both. You don't have to have them for both. You only have to have it where you need the wires.
Right.
If you can pull the wires, but the labor to pull the wires is going to be very high for the distance and what needs to be taken apart and gotten into to do, this can go in its place and cheaper than the labor itself would actually take to do that.
Right.
So on an outdoor, so what happens is, back up here a minute, when we're setting it up, you power this up, you power the thermostat up, and this will go into a search mode. It's searching for a thermostat to connect with. You go in the thermostat, choose EIM, it's going to populate that, hey, here's a signal out here. What do you want it to be, indoor or outdoor? You choose on the thermostat, it grabs that signal, attaches it to make it that device, and then the status here will tell you, right here, indoor or outdoor. It tells you what you've hooked it up to. So you have that ability to communicate and connect with that. It does have a temperature and humidity sensor built into it, so you can monitor that. Our Sensi Touch 2 has the ability to set the capacity balance point so that if your heat pump can only heat down to a certain temperature and then you're out of capacity and you need that second stage to kick in.
The auxiliary.
Right. The thermostat can be set up to lock the auxiliary out until it gets down to that temperature and then allow it to come on. So it keeps you from using extra energy when you don't have to.
Right.
It also has accessory terminals where you can hook up a humidifier, a dehumidifier, or fresh air ventilator. All can be on demand, separate, independent from a heating call or a cooling call. So if you're wanting to control your indoor air quality, that all can be done through this as well. For your light commercial applications, where you got a store, maybe an office in the back room, the thermostat can be mounted back in the office, and we have additional sensors. So we have room sensors.
Oh, I love it.
This can go out in the store.
Right.
We can
when you don't want people messing with
exactly.
Right.
And you can hook up to 15 of these to one Sensi. 15 indoor indoor temperature monitors.
Is it teenager proof if I do that scenario? Because I got an application for it, like tomorrow.
You're going to mount it in your closet in your bedroom?
I have to figure it out. Then they'll find it and I'll have to move it again.
And the good thing is, you can take your Sensi and
Right.
plug it into get a 24-volt transformer with 2 wires, plug it into any outlet in the house, and you can hide it around different spots
There
if
you
you
go.
want to.
There you
It's
go.
just using, if you're talking to this, you don't have to have wires for it. So an outdoor temperature sensor is available also. Both of these are battery. The outdoor temperature sensor, when you first set this up and connect to Wi-Fi, Sensi Touch 2 is going to read your outdoor temperature sensor from your zip code from the internet. Once you install the outdoor sensor, it's going to take and default to that. And then if you have the EIM, you can go in and change it from that over to this. You don't need an outdoor sensor if you have the EIM outside and be able to read it from that. So back to the indoor sensors, one final piece with those is you can choose which indoor sensor you want it to communicate with. You can do one in a specific location, or if you have multiple, you can take them and put them together and take a sample of all of them together, and use that as your averaging. You're averaging, yes, thank you. That word wasn't coming, I don't know why.
It's the third day of HR, so it's like, the fact that we're even
good.
communicating now is good. A good sign.
So great little light commercial application for the commercial side of things.
Yeah, I can see a lot of applications for this.
And residential, it's all over the world. There's the quality and the things that are in this, the simplicity. This is our standard Touch 2 thermostat.
So this has been around for a while?
It has. It has both the radio and the Wi-Fi built into it. There's no separate part number, no separate piece to be able to communicate with the EIM. It's the standard Touch 2 that's so it's only one part for that, and the outdoor or indoor EIM, it's one.
And this is a touch screen, programmable.
Absolutely.
Does it do anything with the Wi-Fi other than the temperature, to get the temperature?
So in initial setup, it's going to connect to the Sensi app, so you can control your phone from anywhere you want. We have geofencing in it.
So if I had this in my home right now, I could control it from here?
Absolutely, yeah.
That's interesting.
And it gives you an energy report of how much your systems run over the period of the month, so you can actually
I don't want to see
that. See what's going on there.
No, that's great. That's always good to have that information. So
yeah.
I love it. You could pre-cool or preheat your home if you're away for a while.
Absolutely.
That's a really good feature too.
Yeah,
so.
and if it's a home away from home, you can monitor it and make sure that everything's okay there.
Yeah.
I have it on a house that is here in Florida, and on occasion I get an alert, hey, you're 70% humidity. And I know I need to install a dehumidifier that's standalone. I'm working on it. But in the meantime, I got to just
There might be one company here that has those.
I wonder.
Just a few,
And then at home, sometimes we'll turn it off, and then I get the low temperature alert that I'm down to 55 degrees. So those alerts come. So if you do have a second home,
that's great.
You have the ability to, hey, there's something going on here. It's giving you that information right
That's
up front.
great.
Yeah.
That's low-cost insurance. That's good stuff.
It is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Jim.
Hey,
appreciate your
thanks
time.
for coming by.
It's good stuff. Thank you.
You're welcome.